Hi, I'm Ray Young. I'm the Vice President for Education for the Sarasota Sister Cities Association. And as I mentioned in a previous presentation, we're dedicated to peace and understanding in the world based on citizen diplomacy. Previously, I talked about the selection of our sister cities and our administration, and today I'll be talking about innovation awards and specifically information on our sister cities of Perpignan, France, and Tel Mond, Israel. I'll be going through a number of significant activities in all the following next four presentations. Student exchanges, we have school visits, exchanges in dance, song, circus, and science. We have had a number of artistic exchanges. I'll mention Embracing Our Differences, which is a program I'll describe. We've had real artist and art exchanges, both digital and material art. We have a write-a-play contest through the Florida Studio Theater, which I'll be describing. And certainly we have delegation exchanges. It can be city officials, our sister cities officers and members, or just community members join us on these delegation exchanges. And finally, I'll go through our prestigious One World Award that we hand out each year. Okay, we've won quite a few awards for our outstanding service, and this is awarded through the Sister Cities International program, which I mentioned in my previous lecture, and we've won 5 awards over our tenure in Sarasota. In 1998, we won the Best Youth Program Award, and this was what was called a video boot camp, and this was promoted by Linda Rosenbluth, who was the city director for Tel Mond, Israel, but she found that there was a lot of interest in this, so we opened it up to all of our sister cities, and they received sister city youth instruction in cable communications here in Sarasota. And all of our sister cities at the time participated: Tel Mond, Vladimir, Perpignan, Hamilton, and Santo Domingo. And shown here also at the back is Dan Kennedy, the principal at Sarasota High School at the time, who was very helpful in putting on this program, which turned out to be very popular, and we won the Best Youth Program Award. And then in 2002, we won the Best Overall Program Award for involving all of our sister cities in all of our programs, which is an important feature of our program. And then in 2015, we won an Innovation Award for Arts and Culture from the Sister Cities International Association for our Florida Studio Write-a-Play competition. And what this is young students submit plays, and plays are from all over the United States and the world including our sister cities. And it started in 2000. We became a co-sponsor in 2004, again through the work of Linda Rosenbluth. And we've had 40 winners from our sister cities in Tel Mond, from students in our sister cities in Tel Mond, Israel, Vladimir, Russia, Dunfermline, Scotland, and Xiamen, China. And what it is, when they do write a play and it's accepted as a winner, it's performed by professional actors at the Florida Studio Theater. It's a wonderful program, and to see the eyes of these young students who have written a play which runs from 5 to 10 minutes, to see it's performed on stage by professionals is really a wonderful experience for them. It had a national recognition. In the first couple years, the famous playwright Edgar Albee, who wrote the playwright for Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, became the presenter of the One World Award to the students. So this was really an outstanding person to come to our community to present these awards to these young people. It's been continuing. This was last year, our Florida Studio Theater. The award was, you can see at the top left, the 2 boys from Dunfermline, Scotland, and the young girl in the pink outfit from Tel Mond, Israel. And on the right top are the girls from Xiamen, China, who won it one year for their play. And the bottom of the slide is, in the background, are several young women who've written plays, been winners in the One World Award, and the 2 boys beside the bagpiper were also our winners this last year. Now the plays run from sort of humorous and light, such as the Haggis Hunt or the Wee Evacuee, to quite heavy. For example, Red Color. Red Color was a play from Tel Mond, Israel, where The young playwright described the color red as being very happy in America, like Valentine's Day, whereas in Tel Mond it can mean conflict to her. Remember Me is another play, corruption. When Edward Albee was here, he told the students, just write the truth. And that's what they've been doing, and everyone has been very impressed with the submissions of these students from our sister cities. We're very proud of this program. And we had winners again this year from Dunfermline, Scotland, Vladimir, Russia, and Tel Mond, Israel. Okay, another significant activity is our co-sponsor of the Embracing Our Differences program. And here the idea is art is a powerful tool to evoke change. And Embracing Our Differences promotes a world where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. And what it is art is submitted, either photographic or painted. And if it's accepted, it's blown up into a poster and put on City Island in Sarasota. And it's used as a way of educating local students who are bussed in. They sit in front of the poster and describe what that poster means. It's an exceptional program for our city. And we've had winners from our sister cities of Xiamen, China, Dunfermline, Scotland, and Vladimir, Russia, having their posters displayed at this really super program that we offer each year here in Sarasota. We've also had photography and art exchanges and exhibits. And in 2009, we had an all sister cities photography competition. It was called Faces and Places in My Hometown. And the sister cities, people in our sister cities submitted the art. We had it displayed at the Ringling College here in Sarasota. And the winner of that year was called Reflections of Treviso, shown at the right off the Sile River in Treviso, Italy. We've had art exchanges now with Perpignan, Treviso, Vladimir, Tel Mond, Israel, Dunfermline, and Xiamen. And we've exhibited in a variety of libraries around town, not only Ringling, a variety of institutions, not only Ringling College, but our libraries, Selby Library, in the Manatee Community College, which is now the State College of Florida, and the University of South Florida here in Sarasota. Okay, what I want to do now is go through each of our sister cities, give a little more detail, tell you where they are, what we're doing with them. This is our first one I mentioned, is Perpignan, France. You can see Perpignan's way down at the bottom on the coast of the Mediterranean, just north of Barcelona. It's easier to fly into Barcelona to get there. It's in the Languedoc-Roussillon region of France, southern France. This is where the table wine of France is grown, population of 160,000. Very characteristic is the Catalan culture in language and cuisine in this region, which the Catalan region is southern France and northern Spain, including Barcelona. And the Catalan culture is unique in language, traditions, and cuisine, as I mentioned. And you'll see the Catalan flag, which is shown in the upper right, as much as you'll see the French flag in Perpignan. And one of the features of the Catalan are these castelliers who make these human towers up to 10 people high, and it's quite an event, and it's typical of the Catalans. So it has its unique character. Perpignan, France had the shared traits. It's a museum, art school, educational town with lots of galleries. The University of Perpignan, and it's certainly a tourist attraction. And when Pablo Picasso came into the train station, he called it the center of the world in his dramatic fashion. And as I mentioned, it's supported by Alliance Française here in Sarasota. We had a French film festival here in Sarasota. It was initiated by Alain Tuller, who owned the Café of the Arts. And this evolved into the prestigious Sarasota Film Festival. But what Alain Tuller, he's established our sister city with Perpignan at the time. And this has now evolved being as a French film festival into our Sarasota Film Festival with now 250 films. And we bring in more than 100 filmmakers and actors to Sarasota. And shown in the picture is Gerard and Guillaume Geppardot on Siesta Beach, where they came for the initial French Film Festival. So we're quite proud that we were the precursors of our major Sarasota Film Festival here in Sarasota with the establishment of our sister city, Perpignan, France. We've also had art exchanges. We had a real art exchange at the Art Center of Sarasota. Shown here is Gloria Grenier, who was our city director for Perpignan at the time, Beth Rill-Hollinger, the president at the time, and Lisa Berger, the director for the Art Center. And they sent some very intriguing art. And art is in the eye of the beholder, as I've been told. Okay, the Perpignan also had a Catalan festival in 2008, and they invited us to send up 8 high school students to do a performance. And what they did, the Perpignan invited all of their sister cities, of which there were 6 around the world, to each send 8 students, 6 to 8 students, to do a performance. And they would spend the week in Perpignan and do this performance, and they had to put it together. So we interviewed students from all of our local high schools, and I was quite impressed with the talent here in Sarasota. And we sent a group that they did a song, dance, musician, and acrobatic performance. And of course, we're a circus town, and one of the girls was named Calliope. And here they're shown on the bottom in Perpignan, enjoying the experience. They were in parades, and Jim Shirley, who was the chaperone at the time, he and his wife. And this turned out to be an exceptional experience. And we heard back from Perpignan that our American group was the best. Our Sarasota Sister Cities group did the best performance, which of course we assumed. We also had a student exchange with Perpignan students. It was a solar energy theme with Riverview High School. They sent over 30 students from the Pablo Picasso Lycée, and they spent a week here shadowing students at Riverview High School. And then in the afternoons, we took them to the venues in Sarasota, the Ringling Museum, the Mayaca State Park, to see alligators. And it turned out to be an exceptional experience. And then 20 students from Riverview High School went and spent a week in the Pablo Picasso Lycée. Now, while they were here, the Pablo Picasso Lycée has a renewable energy theme, particularly solar energy. And the young students gave a 2-minute little speech. Some didn't speak too good of English, but they all gave a little speech in the auditorium at Riverview High School, which was exceptional. And because of this program, we won another award in 2010, Innovation for Sustainable Energy. And we received a $1,000 award from the Department of Energy for this program, which was quite nice. Okay, we also had Perpignan invited a delegation from Sarasota for the opening of their new theater, the Theater de Archipel, and they actually put us right in the front row of the theater during that performance. It was really a great honor. Okay, I want to mention another of our sister cities in this presentation, Tel Mond, Israel, came on in 1999. It exists about 45 miles northeast of Tel Aviv, shown on the map there. It was founded in 1929. It was chosen because it had the community had a special relationship with our Jewish community within the Jewish Federation of Sarasota Manatee here in town. And they were in some financial situation, so we gave them some support. And particularly notable is the Sarasota philanthropist Betty Schoenbaum, who then donated a library to them. And that at that time, they became our sister city. And this has been an exceptional exchange program. The mayor Rani Golan from Tel Mond came in and visited us in 2015, and he brought with him 20 Tel Mond dancers, shown on the right, all wearing their Sarasota Sister Cities hat. And you can see that great smiles on their faces, and this is the reason I've stayed with Sister Cities for 10 years, to see those smiling faces when they come in to do their dancing, or to be in the Young Playwrights program, or to sing, and so on. So this has been an exceptional experience for me as well. And here shown on the left is Ronnie Golan meeting with Mayor Willie Shaw in exchange of gifts in City Hall. And the girls performed. The young women performed at several venues. Shown on the bottom is them dancing at Riverview High School. And we've also had singers from Tel Mond perform here in Sarasota. And we've also had delegations tour. We had a delegation tour to Israel in 2008. Here's the women who took front row. There's several of us guys in the back. But we visited a laboratory, and that's why we're dressed in these special robes to avoid contamination. But these delegation tours are exceptional. It's a great way to get to know your fellow people in the community as well as people involved with the Sarasota Sister Cities Association. And we welcome community members to our tours. Okay, that completes my lecture today, my presentation, mainly emphasizing Perpignan and Tel Mond. And in my next presentation, I'll be talking about the sister cities of Dunfermline, Scotland, and Xiamen, China. Thank you.